on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys our Week 5 GBA matchup. The St. Louis Rampardos taking on the Philadelphia Scizors and Coach Chimpact here in an all-star Week 5 matchup. If we win this match, we'll actually tie for first place in our division, and that would be a huge win here as Chimpact does lead our division. We're currently in second place and fighting our way back after 2 wins in a row against Gator and then a win last week against Old Man Tub, but we definitely have our work cut out for us. Chimpact is a tremendous competitor. I've only played him once before, if I recall, and he actually 6-0'd me, I think, last year on behind baton passing Scolipede, which has since been banned from the league, so we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to throw down in this matchup. There won't be any baton passing shenanigans, but he's got some pretty big threats, as we talked about in our team builder, so I encourage you to check out our team builder if you haven't done so yet, just to see the sets I'm bringing. A lot of strategy. I think there's some really cool concepts that we're bringing here. I have a core strategy. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try to have some fun as usual and do our thing. Now, our question of the day today, real quick, is what do you think about the trades and free agent moves that I did? If you don't know, I traded Staraptor and Steelix to Old Man Tup and the Piratas for Scizor and Minior, and then I dropped Minior and picked up Exploud as a special attacker. So I made that trade with the intention of getting Exploud either way, but I did essentially swap Staraptor for Scizor, so we have Scizor on our team as of next week, not this week, so we have Staraptor for 1 more week, and I'm hoping you can put in some work here before we send it away to the Piratas, and then of course we'll have Exploud next week as well. But I've talked enough of your ears off. Hit that like button down below if you're hype. Let's see if we get 1,500 likes. That'd be amazing. Awesome, amazing, just awesome. I don't know what the words I'm looking for are, but let me get online here. Let's connect with Chimpact, and we're gonna throw down, baby. All right, guys, we are connected here with Chimpact and ready to rock and roll. We're going to find out what his team is here in just a moment. Obviously, you can see on the screen what I'm predicting him to bring. Really expecting Kyurem. I think Doug Trio is a very likely bring. Maybe a Azumarill Thundurus seems pretty likely. Curious whether we'll see Savali, but we actually pick a couple. We pretty much nail it. It goes with Gligar instead of Savali, but I think we pretty much got everything about right there, which is nice. I'm not surprised to see much. I'm not surprised to see the other stuff. Let me just double check and make sure I've got everything though. But Gligar instead of Savali, that makes sense. Volcanion, Azumarill, Kyurem, Dugtrio, and Thundurus. Okay, so that sounds all good to me. So what I need to do here is I gotta get up my T-Spikes. T-Spikes obviously affect the Kyurem, the Dugtrio, the Volcanion, the Azu. The only issue with leading Toxapex is a potential Thundurus lead. Like, that would be the one thing that would really mess me up. But I do think that I should try to get my T-Spikes up right away. Now, he obviously could have Defog on his Gligar. That's the one problem. That's his hazard remover, I'm assuming. But I do think that trying to get those T-Spikes up early is going to be my best interest. Otherwise, let me think about this. His only other leads, like, he totally could lead Kyurem. He totally could lead Gligar. He totally could lead Thundurus. Thundurus could be a very likely lead. Maybe leading Electros would be a good idea though, because the Electros matches up relatively well against his team. I kind of like the Eel lead actually. I think I'm gonna lead Eel instead of Toxapex. I just don't want to take a like a Thundurus lead and not be able to get my T-Spikes up, and I want to pressure that Gligar if he leads that. So I actually feel good in that, in leading Electros, and it seems like he has a dedicated lead here, or at least he knew what he was gonna do. So he could lead, like I said, Gligar. He could lead Thundurus. Could try to lead Kyurem or Dugtrio. I don't really see Volcanion or Azumarill leading, but you know, he could do a number of different things there, but I'm expecting the Gligar, and I can actually fire off a nice knockoff on this thing right off the bat, which could be really useful. You know, so let's see what Slurp can do here. Obviously, Assault Vest, max HP, max special attack, so we do hit pretty hard. He's gonna lead Katara. What is that gonna be? That is his Volcanion, so not exactly what I was expecting, but I'm pretty sure we could live any hit from this thing, so that's a nice option here. I think what I wanna do, I think my Volt Switch is incredibly obvious here. So I think what I wanna do is go for a knockoff instead of the Volt Switch. Obviously, like a Choice Specs Volcanion is gonna hurt. Let me see how much Choice Specs Volcanion does to me. I could definitely take any one hit from him. Volt Switch does a tremendous amount of damage to him. I'm just gonna go for the knockoff though. I'm just gonna go for a knockoff here on turn 1. Obviously, a Volt Switch would be nice, but he's just gonna go for the Steam Eruption. Is he Specs? We're gonna find out here in a second. That is definitely Choice Specs, and I think he crit me. Yep, so he Specs and crits me on the first turn. So this match has started off really well. Volcanion kills Eel with Steam Eruption. So that didn't go as planned by any stretch of the imagination. But at least I know he's Specs now. You gotta just be kidding me, man. We would have guaranteed live that. Obviously, the Volt Switch would have been the better play there. But what are you gonna do? So I had a feeling he'd be Specs. So otherwise, I mean, I could send out Mohawk here and just go for a Brave Bird. Just try to knock him out. I don't know if that kills though. Against Volcanion, a knockoff would have been nice. and actually just live in another turn would have been nice. Brave Bird has a chance to kill. I think I gotta go into Venomax though. Get my T-Spikes up. This could bring out the Dugtrio. This could bring out the Thundurus. I think I just have to get T-Spikes up here. I mean, it's just, he could do a number of different things against me. But I don't really think I have the best of options here. I gotta get those T-Spikes up, so I'm just gonna go for it. I know the switch into Thundurus here is very likely. He could also try to trap me with Dugtrio. At least I know he's locked into Steam Eruption now. That was not the turn I wanted, man. That was not the turn I wanted. Yeah, Eel would have like totally lived that. Would have done like max 70%. So he got a high roll and the crit. So here comes ANAG, which is gonna be the Kyurem Black. All right, now he's gonna try to set up a substitute on us. And the problem is I don't have the T-Spikes up ahead of time. So now I have to figure out what I wanna do to this thing. And I obviously can't, I can't Venoshock yet because he's not toxic. So I think I have to go into Debra here. I think I have to go to Debra here to take a potential Earth Power. And then I gotta just go for a Moonblast and try to break his substitute. He could have like a Steelium Z, is what it could be. I have no idea. I mean, one of my main switches of this thing was gonna be Electros. So he's gonna go for the substitute. I knew he was gonna have substitute. Like, I was 1,000,000% sure that he would carry it, which is why I had those, we see lefties. Okay, so I knew this was his set. And substitute. So I have to break the sub. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I know he can Iron Head me here, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Like, he's gonna probably have the Iron Head, I'm assuming, which is gonna hurt. Let me see how much it does. It does over half, so I just have to break his sub. I gotta go for Moonblast. We gotta break the substitute. I have to. Like, I don't have another play. This is my option. Like, it stinks, man, because I like, you know, when you prep, you know, here comes the Iron Head. If he flinches me here, like, it's gonna be tough. We do take that actually relatively well. How will it go? Oh, we don't get flinch, which is nice. We do get a Moonblast off here. The thing that stinks about this, though, is I'm gonna lose, like, I lose Clefable, basically, you know, right off the bat here. I mean, what I could do is I could switch out, take an Iron Head with, you know, with something else. I could try to switch into Victini here. You know, Victini has a lot of usefulness, so it's probably not worth wasting. I definitely need a low damage roll here if I'm gonna have any chance of living. I don't think there's any way for us to live this. He could easily switch out as well and take the Moonblast with something else. I'm just gonna click Moonblast though. I can't allow him to set up another substitute. So he's gonna Iron Head us, and I'm sure this will kill. There's a chance we could live on a Sliver. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So Debra goes down there. So now what I gotta do is, I can go into Staraptor, I guess, and go for a Brave Bird, which has a chance to kill at this range if he's not attack invested. I think that's my play. The other option would be going into Haxorus and setting up on him, but that seems to be pretty pointless because he could easily just go into Gligar, which should be the problem there. I could definitely go into Haxorus and try to go for a Dragon Claw. That's one play, but the chance of him just switching out and going into the Gligar is pretty high. Can Staraptor two-shot Gligar? It's a damage roll whether Brave Bird kills here, so that's the bummer. Brave Bird has a chance to two-shot Gligar, so I'm almost thinking that's what I should go for, is just go into the Mohawk and just try to get the two-shot with the Brave Bird. Because I think, like, if I go into, I've realized that I might not kill here, but I think I just have to. I'm gonna just go into Mohawk here. I realize that this might not kill, but going into Haxorus here and clicking Dragon Claw, he just goes into Gligar and he can eat the hit no problem. So I really don't have the best of a choice. So I'm just gonna click Brave Bird here. If he's HP invested, then this might not kill at all. If he's not HP invested, there's a decent chance it kills, like 50%. He also could just switch out into Gligar too, which is a likely situation. But if, like I said, I just didn't want to allow him to get Gligar in for free, and then like I'm sitting there with a Haxorus in front of a Gligar, I can't set up. And then he gets momentum again, and then he could defog. So I'm trying to keep him, like, we're already down like 4 to 6, like on turn 3 here. So, you know, I mean, it's like, it is what it is. So let's just go for the Brave Bird. Hopefully he can pick up a kill. Nothing can take 2 of these except for like his switch in, maybe Thundurus. But yeah, my whole strategy was I needed to get T-Spikes up to block the Kyurem, or to poison the Kyurem so that way Venoshock could break its sub, but since the Kyurem obviously, you know, came in before that, he immediately saw the Venomax, knew he could try to set up on it, which I did see coming, which is why I have a more offensive Toxapex, but there's no way for me to break a Kyurem sub otherwise. So we'll see if this kills. It's gonna be a damage roll, unless he's like really bulk invested, which is possible. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. He's totally bulk invested, so he's gonna kill us here. He goes for the Fusion Bolt, and now he's gonna pick up the kill. So, I mean, we lose to Raptor here as well. I don't regret that play. Obviously, going into Haxorus might have been the better play, but then again, like I said, the Gligar can set up there. So, I mean, I get to go into Victini now at least and click Blue Flare, and I think that would kill. This is not how I wanted this match to go, man. Like, Chimpact is very good, dude. He's very good, but I mean, when you start a match off like that, it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? All right, so we're gonna go to Victini here. I'm gonna click Blue Flare, and that's the other thing too. He gets to just go into Dugtrio here pretty soon and can trap me. Now, obviously the Shed Shell, so at least I can switch out, but you know, that's obviously not the greatest situation ever. So I lose Victini. I can potentially kill this thing, but then I lose Victini on the following turn to the Dugtrio. It's just, I don't know, man. Not how I wanted this to go. So I'm gonna kill the Kyurem though, which is nice. So at least we get one kill. It's better than my last matchup against Chimpact. But Dugtrio comes in now for free, and I have the Shed Shell, so I can switch out. But at this point, my team is decimated. I have nothing to switch into. You know, I can go into Toxapex, which has the Shucker Berry. It doesn't seem to be very useful. I have, you know, Haxorus. Haxorus at this point in time could be effective, but can't beat Gligar. So that's a problem. Yeah, I mean, I think what I have to do is I have to, I gotta try to see. Even getting a Dragon Dance up is kind of dumb because I can't beat Gligar with Haxorus. Even Aqua Tail wouldn't have done much. So I mean, he goes Dugtrio here. Like, I basically just have to hope I can live the hit. I think I could probably live one Earthquake maybe. I can live an Earthquake if he's not Life Orb. So I'll probably just stay in and just try to Earthquake him. Or just try to live it in Blue Flare. It seems to be my best option. Man, you know, this is not how I wanted this game to go, dude. Yeah, not ideal. Obviously, you know, I could have replayed that Kyurem set, but, you know, like I knew, like it's frustrating when you know the set he's gonna bring. And it was tough. I felt that I had to bring, he's actually gonna bring out the Volcanion here. He does get poison, which is nice. I'm actually glad that he brought this thing out, because now I can go into Venomax here, which is like my only, he's probably gonna Earth Power though. So that's a thing. I could, he's Specs too, so it's gonna do a lot. I'm pretty sure Volcanion gets Earth Power. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Let's take a look here. Does it get Earth? It definitely gets Earthquake. Does it get Earth Power though? I'm pretty sure it does. Let me just double check. I mean, I'm like 99% sure. It's just a matter of what I would like stack off here, because I can Thunderbolt. I don't think it's gonna do much though. I have 64 seconds left. This is such a stupid thing to check. I'm pretty sure it has it though. Volcanion. I think it got it as a move tutor. Earth Power, it does have it. Okay, so he's got Earth Power, and without my Staraptor and all that other stuff, it's like, what are you gonna do? So I can stay in with Victini here against Volcanion, and I could go for a T-Bolt, which isn't gonna do a ton. It's gonna do 60 to 70%. Earth Power kills. Choice Specs. Actually, there's a chance I live if he's timid. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Thunderbolt here. Yeah, I'm just gonna click Thunderbolt. You know, maybe I'll crit. That ain't gonna do it. Yeah, he's HP invested. So he's probably modest, so this will kill if he's modest. If he's timid, there's a chance I live. Oh, we living on one. It's almost like I'm Focus Sash, though. I'm not, but it's almost like I am. Okay, so he could easily preserve this thing at this point in time and switch out. So, as much as a T-Bolt here makes so much sense, I think I have to Blue Flare, guys. Would he save this thing? I think I have to Blue Flare. Would he save this thing and just go into Dugtrio predicting a T-Bolt? What does Blue Flare do to this thing? Probably nothing. Yeah, 20%. Yeah, Blue Flare does nothing to this thing. I feel like I gotta make a play. He has no reason to save this thing at this point, though. I don't think. Like, is there any reason you would want to save your Volcanion here and go into Dugtrio? Because if he tries to save and goes into Dugtrio, obviously that could be problematic. Because if I Blue Flare and predict the Dugtrio, then we kill it, which would be really nice. I don't know if that's a risk I can take, though. He's locked into Earth Power. I can't Dragon Dance still. Still need Victini. I think I have to T-Bolt here. And if he makes the play and goes into Dugtrio, he goes into Dugtrio. I don't see any way that matters. Okay, so at least Victini gets the kill against the Volcanion here. So get rid of that thing. There's the crit I needed. All right, super necessary. Glacie doesn't even kill Gligar. That's ridiculous. Doesn't even come close. I need to get to like plus 1 billion right now with Haxorus. Is the way we get into this, I think. Is get to like plus 1 billion with Haxorus, maybe. Set up on the Gligar. Here comes Azula, which is the it's the Thundurus actually. So he's gonna get the revenge kill here with Thundurus. Yeah, I think at this point I gotta let Victini go down, and then I gotta go into Haxorus, and then I basically have to click Dragon Dance, hope he doesn't have, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna click Blue Flare. Yeah, this one's over, gentlemen. I'll play it out, but yeah, there's a Sludge Bomb, so he's got that, which is of course for Clefable. So I think the only way we pull this back is I have to go into Haxorus here. I gotta click Dragon Dance, and I have to hope that he doesn't have T-Wave, which I'm sure he does have. I have to be able to take it a little like less damage that he doesn't kill me with Aqua Jet if he's like Banded Ozzy. I mean, it's just a million scenarios here. Like if I Dragon Claw, just like I mean, the only way I win is if I get to like plus 3. I think it's like the only way I think I can win this. Dragon Claw doesn't kill, so I'm just gonna Dragon Dance. He might have like HP Ice, which doesn't kill though. He's got Thunderbolt, Sludge Bomb, probably Focus Blast. He might not have T-Wave. I feel like he would. But like the thing is, Haxorus, even at +1, doesn't stand a chance against Gligar. Like it does nothing to Gligar. Even at +1, it does absolutely nothing. I would need double crit Dragon Claw to do anything to it. Like I would need double crit Dragon Claws. I guess I could potentially beat Gligar with Toxapex. Like Toxapex can beat everything other than Thundurus, I guess. Maybe I should have Dragon Clawed then. Toxapex can beat Dugtrio. It can beat Azu, I feel, maybe. He's gonna switch out here, so he's gonna probably go into Gligar. Soka, is that the Gligar? That's the Azu. I'm actually surprised to see him go into the Azu here. We're gonna get the poison off. Maybe he thought I was just gonna go for a dragon move, but I'll get my Dragon Dance up here. Now obviously the problem here is if he goes into Gligar, he's gonna resist the poison jab, which is gonna be incredibly obvious. So does he, like, he knows my poison jab is coming, does he go into Gligar here? I think I got a Dragon Claw into the Gligar and get a crit. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Claw. He very well, maybe I should have poison jabbed. Maybe I should have made the obvious play, like the safe play. Because if I get this wrong, I lose. So I guess I should have. I already clicked my move. He goes for the Aqua Jet actually. So this is banded. That does nothing. Okay. And we went for Dragon Claw, so that's not gonna do anything. And he takes some poison damage. So I could easily poison jab here and just knock this thing out. It seems like he's gonna let me just knock him out at this point. So I guess I just poison jab. I guess I can also Dragon Dance again. I'm gonna Dragon Dance again. He's gonna Aqua Jet again, so I'll take it. I'm gonna get 2 Dragon Dances up. And now I'm poison jabbing. And now I don't care if he switches. We're doing a lot of damage to him. I wonder if EQ kills. Oh, I don't want to EQ. I'm gonna poison jab. Alright, now we poison jab. Let's see. He's gonna Aqua Jet again. So that's fine. Taking that. Get a poison jab off. Now don't forget his Dugtrio could easily have Sucker Punch as well. So that's something you have to keep in mind. And at this point in time, like, Dugtrio can definitely revenge kill us here with Sucker Punch. So that's probably what he's gonna do. If I had to guess, we'll see Sucker Punch from Dugtrio here. Yeah, I don't think that. Here comes Lake Leia guy, which is the Dugtrio. And if he has subs or Sucker Punch, there's nothing I can do about that. So I can't switch because I'm trapped. I'm expecting a Sucker Punch here. I'll go for the Dragon Claw, but we will see a Sucker Punch come off here from the Dugtrio. Dugtrio is one of those Pokemon that doesn't have a ton of moves options. So usually Earthquake, Rock Move, Sucker Punch, maybe Endeavor if it has Focus Sash, a couple things like that. He actually doesn't show the Sucker Punch. Very surprising there. I'm assuming a Focus Sash then. There's the Focus Sash, so he's gonna live. And he's gonna go down to the toxic damage. He's gonna Earthquake here and knock us out. So we get rid of the Dugtrio. Toxapac's picking up the kill there. And this is gonna look like a much closer matchup than it otherwise would have been, as I think he's only got Gligar and Thundurus left. My little Toxapex is not beating a Thundurus though, at this point in time. Obviously. So, yeah. What are you gonna do? I mean, I could Scald the Thundurus here. I'm pretty sure one big T-Bolt here will pick up the kill. So we were able to bring it back, right? So we had some pretty cool strategies here. We brought it back. It's gonna be a 2-0, which I'm like blown away that we brought it back. Obviously, Chimpact making some very safe plays there, you know, to try to allow himself a chance to stay in it. Here comes the T-Ball. I'm sure this is gonna either knock us out or come pretty darn close. Venemax is just a beast. And we get fully we're gonna get Paris here, and we do get a Scald off. I think unless we get like an Ultra Burn here, no, that's not gonna do it. So he's gonna pick up the 2-0 here. Pretty happy that we were able to bounce it back after a just tremendously horrible start. What's unfortunate is had I led Toxapex and got my T-Spikes up, obviously he probably would have brought Kieran Black in on the first turn. I probably would have still had my Electros up, but what are you gonna do, man? Just a good game to Chimp. He beat me 2-0. It is what it is, man. I can't be too upset about that. That first turn crit was definitely a bummer, but you know, we could have played better. Maybe I don't know. I'm not even gonna sit here and say I could have played better, like, because I don't even know what I could have really done. I actually feel like I made some decent plays there. But when you're put on such a back foot at such an early part of the match, it was very hard to climb back in. And like, maybe that's my own fault for allowing him to set up with his Kyurem, the substitute. Maybe I should have double switched out. I didn't know how aggressively he would go into that Kyurem there, obviously. You know, but whatever, it's all good, guys. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my nights. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Sorry for the disappointing matchup there. Obviously, I'm not very proud of how that match went. Pretty disappointed, actually, but such is Pokemon, guys. Chimpax is just a great battler, guys. He's really, really good at this game, and that's cool with me. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We fall to 2 and 3. We play Lars, the Barusha Dawn fan, next. You guys will see that next week. We've got some new tools on our team, Scizor and Explout, so hopefully those will come in clutch for us and be able to pick up some W's, as we obviously haven't done the best this season. But nevertheless, thank you guys for watching. That's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I'll go by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.